Let's go bro, game ketiga. Wasted Mind versus Onic, Philippines. Kita lihat aja brother.
Whoever gets the first gank win might end up just coasting through to a Turtle 2 lead.
Yeah.
And then we'll just see Turtle 3, Lord 1 to see who gets control.
Ini penentuan guys ya.
Jumping into this one again, a game 3
Debut
ahead of us in
Saverooo.
the second series of day 1 for season 17 opener here for the MPL Philippines. More or less the same thing that we're going to see this mid lane pressure, but this time you don't have that burst coming out from the Valentina.
Oh,
be that big of a threat. Look at this.
This is not an error, ladies and gentlemen. This is real. So MP has been using a marksman emblem set.
I wonder, is that just going to be a him thing, or is this? Are we going to see more of this?
So far today, yeah. So far today, it has just been him. Once been, twice shy. Onic no longer overextending, and I think Kaloy also has to start watching himself. Not as heavily aggressive. And oh my God, Kaloy! Quick sand guard. Fortunately, has level 2 already.
Okay.
Almost gets taken down by Prince and
Hampir aja
Brusco.
bang
Holding
ya.
on to that flicker too, knowing that he had that, so he's Brusco almost
Just checked in.
just checked him. He's gonna go ahead and get that regen in, but yeah, this is one of the things you have to look for. So I would say a better start anyway by not having those early deaths, and again, you can kind of just, like Renmar mentioned, it's just going to be one of those things where you're waiting into that turtle, these objective takes, especially with these kind of lineups, but, you know, this time with King Kong having the Leo more, I mean, think about the difference.
Whoa.
Saverooo.
Oh no.
Marksman duel, in comes MP! Taking down Saverooo!
Tetep aja mati bro.
Welcome to MPL PH. Joseph, you were saying?
Well, now I'm going to say this. I had a flashback, man. Flashback of Suyo doing that so many times so easily.
Deep cut.
It's Kaloy.
In the sights.
Hampir aja loh bang ya.
That'll be fine. King Kong now. Phantom Steed, nowhere else to go. Mount Shocker. Owl confirming what they already know. I don't think the first turtle will go over the super fan.
Okay, they need that because you already see it, that gold lead building up, and this is all just off of basically farming for Twisted, getting a bit of a lead to work around with, and now that these level 4s are coming into play here, they're in a pretty good position. I mean, look at this, look at the gold ranking right now for Owl.
Kaloy.
He's quite a bit ahead. Oh, feather air strike by Sean.
Ooh,
and MP
super
finishes
Prince.
the job with a charged up Quella.
MP's a nuisance, man, on the Suyo. I feel like he's everywhere. I feel like we're on expanding rivers, but it's dangerous grass, and this is like you mentioned, and he's got a Fury Hammer right now built up. His damage already with the Queller is just so good.
On his way to a Hunter Strike. And once that happens, I think the gap in the speed between the Yusun Shin and the Leomord should grow
Exponentially, probably.
Larger. Is
Yeah.
that the word I'm
Ngeri
looking
juga
for?
bro ya.
Because, sure, the Leomord is better in fights. You can deal AoE damage, but MP...
Oh,
how'd that happen?
Buset.
What?
Wow, that was a solo kill.
A stun. And
he
Saverooo-
used
Solo
Shocker,
kill.
Yeah, and then Saverooo did not get the Purify.
I wonder what happened there.
I mean, where would you go? It's a two-step process to survive that. Purify plus BMI back.
Yeah, that's so. Even now, further Saverooo is going to be in that lane matchup dealing with this because that's such a disadvantage.
AOG, Brusco catches Sean. Sean has nowhere to go. Has a flicker instead of a Purify. Did not survive.
Saverooo.
Balance things out. Oh, just as I said, balance things out. Ryota gets taken down after they get their first kill on the Philippines. So the tough thing about the situation is now they have to decide, are we going to lean in on getting the objectives, and then that way, little by little, Saverooo also gets a little bit of the pot, or do we lean in on just making sure we stop Al from farming out of control by helping out Saverooo directly? But then this point is like, nah, you can't allow the Suyo to get any more gold, man. You gotta stop MP the King Suyo.
Uy, Brusco.
That gold curve will grow so out of control. Now the turtle. Prison Minds have their eyes on it. Fortunately, Onic scored the first one. Mount Shocker by Owl, allowing Prison Minds to get perfect information. Thunder Strike on Sean online.
Uy,
Picks up
Saverooo.
that glowing one. Saverooo defensive use of the blazing
Aduh.
duet. Sean forcing him back.
Patrick.
Ryota with the jump
Masuk
in.
bang.
Massive crowd control from Onic. Ryota finds Sean.
Dar.
Mid laner is out of commission.
Waduh.
The answer from Lansu. Taking down Brusco. RWM from Prince.
Ryota hampir aja.
Lansu cannot stop him from taking it down. And just like that, MP the King has eyes on the turtle still. Keeping going. 3K up.
King Kong already here, already used his Phantom Steed.
And MP still secures. Kaloy holds down the fort. Twisted, happy with the lead.
Okay, so Onic are getting still invaded constantly by Twisted Minds.
Rinse with the flicker back.
Yeah, forced it out. At least they have a turtle under their book, but yeah, they need to stop this. How YSS somehow. Saverooo already used the Blazing Duet, which is why even after the clapback, courtesy of Ryota Super Friends, they just did not have the damage and the dive to follow through with it to push into an even bigger lead. So Twisted, again, this is the threat when you're going up against Khalid, Farsa together. Yes, Agatha, Kachi, and Eve have a great box, and theoretically they could also rotate really well. But in terms of just raw speed, Twisted Minds will be the ones setting the tempo.
And there's another feather airstrike. Lands to the mere threat of activation, enough for Onic to think twice about their re-engage. Onic has a good box, but Twisted Minds have the perfect tools to cut right through.
Yeah, it's just all that dive. When you mentioned the Suyo earlier, that made perfect sense. That we ended up seeing them pick that as well, because the harmony of it all just makes so much sense. Bro, Ryota will have Petrify and the Dragon up if ever they decide to go for the clapback.
Super Prince.
The RWM and the AOG.
Nekat lagi bang.
Kaloy here, holding his ground, flickers through, Sandwalk out of there. Ryota gets caught underneath the turret, but it was Owl he was looking for. Now Sean with a big airstrike, serving it up to Kaloy. What a tag team maneuver.
Great read by Sean by the flank lines, who's still fighting against Duet. He looks like he can do it.
Wah, woi, gila, wah nekat bang.
He knew he went
Nggak untung lah ya.
a Pyrrhic victory for the EXP laner out of the MDL.
Ooh, Brusco decided not to face check there. Brought down the damage instead. Try and get the info. He did get the info, but I wish he decided to face check again.
Ngeri guys ya.
Will be able to get brought down just a little bit by Saverooo.
Okay, turtle coming up here, positioning. Feathered airstrike already used by Sean, so.
MP?
Oh, MP, is he just gonna try to be a sneaky guy here with this one?
MP coming in with a steal, but he gets shut down by Saverooo. Yeah, Blazing Duet, a bit of a kill. The King Kong Kaloy falls. Two kills for the turtle, but Owl gets a long push. Is that worth it?
So that was my question. Was that worth it?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be able to get down the bottom lane as the trade. So the question earlier was, is Onic going to lean in on helping out Saverooo or go for the objectives? It seems like the answer was actually both. They decided to split their focus. They were still getting some semblance of jungle control because of the little skirmishes happening up top, which allowed Saverooo to keep it close. Brusco was even like brute forcing his way into making sure Saverooo can get last hit and cannon minions. Worked out for them.
Bro, ya.
They get that trade, and then they found the big punish onto. They get that trade, and then they found the big punish onto MP the King, despite MP stealing the turtle away. 2 for turtle, and the tower at bot. Onic are still in the spot where they need to try to find more wins, but it's a little bit more doable now.
Seems like it's a bargain.
It's a good bargain.
It's a good bargain. This is tier 1 is gonna fall though. Saverooo knocks it down with the support of the rest of the Onic squad. Now it looks to be a play into open up the map before this Lord comes up. And for the most part, the way that things have kind of fallen into place, it's more so of even grounds when that objective for the Lord does come up.
Yeah. Big power spike timing for Saverooo at around 8 minutes. Because of those 2 kills, the 2 turrets that he got, he now has a Trinity. So it's not going to be one of those scenarios where the early deaths lead to wait.
Buset, MP the King.
I don't know what MP the King was thinking there.
Yeah.
Did not expect maybe the Petrify to be committed on it.
Yeah, it felt like a misread of the map too. I don't think he expected there to be so many members of Onic there.
Petrify coming in clutch, RWM drop down.
And now Twisted Minds are pushed out of defending their tier 1 in mid. Onic claim another objective.
So as we talked about earlier, we got to see the thing that their lineups can do. Twisted Minds took control of majority of it early on because of their fast, aggressive rotations. Now Onic and their box are almost unstoppable for Twisted.
Oh, the RWM's not up for this. They're fighting for the Lord here.
Phantom Steed
King Kong
running through Twisted Minds. And Ryota sweeping the perimeter, looking for engagement.
King Kongnya dapat bang ya.
Twisted Minds again. MP, they have learned from that miffed fumble in mid.
That was a really decisive choice to go for the Lord, even though they had already gone for that tier 1 in the mid lane using the RWM. They knew they had a bit of an advantage. They could play around the Black Dragon form from Ryota, and now objectives secured, at least to continue on to go towards the base of Twisted. But looking at things, I think Twisted still in a good position as long as no one gets caught. The problem was, like you guys mentioned, it was a bit of a, he was caught out, basically. And you gotta respect the Petrify alone. Like even if the Black Dragon form isn't there.
MP the King, buset.
How are you gonna get out of this one, MP? The answer is no.
Wah, mahal sih.
Takes him down once again with a momentum
King Kong.
by RWL. And
Mahal.
Slain by the sword of King Kong once more. 2 for free. Going Onic.
Fight after fight, box after box, they have now delivered all the punishment that they received in the early game to MP the King here in the mid to the late game. And just in a few sequences, Onic have taken complete control of game number 3.
Yeah, that's a couple holy defenses being knocked down. Tier 2, last one up top. Gonna be the next to drop here. Mind you, all that action that happened in the bottom lane, Saverooo wasn't a part of it. He didn't need to be because of just the great sandwich play coming out, utilizing the Avatar of the Guardian from Brusco and collapsing it down on the members of Twisted. So they find themselves with all their base turrets up, should be able to clear these waves out, but Ryota.
Buset.
Black Dragon form.
King Kong, King Kong.
The answer from the RWM. The Feather Air Strike from Sean, stopping the push. Onic does not penetrate.
It's crazy how mobile that Onyx lineup can actually be. That any other lineup under that turret dive probably would have gotten punished like crazy, but they lost nothing.
He's just taking a look around, basically.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna go have a look.
Yeah.
Just pops the Black Dragon form and
Brusco.
it's
Red light, gentlemen, red light.
King Kong has to speed with Barbiel up, Saverooo has to be a Mike and dance around, put up a defensive blazing duet to push back Twisted Minds.
Brusco can jump out.
Yeah, Brusco can jump out. It's a nasty dive. So now you see here the uncomfortable part of Twisted Minds lineup, wherein in this situation, they do have fantastic wave clear through the Farsa, and technically the YSS, you could also consider Kaloy, but then he has to put himself in a dangerous position to damage down those minion waves. The Evil Queller is also some great pokes from range. So Twisted Minds defensive in terms of wave clear, good. But then what if Onic just decides to dive you and you've used all of your resources to try and clear minion waves? It's going to be a tough comeback for Twisted. Not impossible, though.
Yeah, they're not too far behind. That's what we're saying here. And you know, when you look at this, it's most likely, all right, once Lord is up, do they actually have the option to get in the position that favors them? But not only that, what we usually see against these farces, I mean, even to an extent, it's the Eve, like once those ultimates are down, though, whether it's the Feathered Airstrike or the RWM, that's usually your windows to go ahead and work through.
King Kong.
So you can see this is going to be started up by Onic, pulling the Lord towards them. Twisted's going to have to answer. Everybody rotating down for this as well. And so MP will have to be the one to go ahead and secure this if he can on the Suyo, but the mid lane, Kaloy?
Brusco entertaining the possibility of a full-on engage. AOG no one home, and now Twisted welcome him, forcing him to use that Revitalize. Lord gets hard reset. Owl starting it up and throws out that Mountain Shocker Turtle Boat. Lord left again wondering, who's going to take me? The dance continues.
Yeah, I have a feeling Onic also wanted to burn out more flickers, but it was only Sean who committed his.
Yeah.
So
Super Prince had used his.
Oh, he also had to use his too.
Yeah.
Oh, that can be rough. So Petrify as well for Ryota.
Yeah, battle spell counting. Twisted Minds have the advantage.
Bit of a trade here, still a reset, knowing that some of these crucial battle spells are down. Waiting to go ahead and grab the buffs here. A bit of a reset while both teams are face off again, and Brusco probably waiting for that AOG to be up, so we'll see this. Feathered Airstrike drop down, just clearing some things out. Oh, that's going to be down. Owl, though, on the hunt.
Another Mount Shocker. He's holding on to it. Exposing all of Onic's positionings. Yeah, I think Saverooo has to reset. He's very low, down to a third of his health. Brusco, too.
I think he's going to consider resetting through sheer basic attack damage alone, which he will.
Works. Despite that adjustment in the recent patch, he's fine.
Yeah, it's Winter Nature for him. It's not going to be a Winter Crown play.
Oh,
that Feathered Airstrike, though.
Another
shot.
Buset, Brusco. King Kong masuk.
In comes Ryota, the super fan clap back. And just like that, it's a clear go signal.
Fokusin Lord aja gak sih?
Won this Lord, and they score another 2 for 2. It's all black and yellow.
GG guys ya.
This is a worthy trade. 1 for 1, and he's gonna go down. MP served up 1. RWM from Super Prince, Lanzu unable to dive him. Lanzu might have to go down here. King Kong with the Venom Speed. Taken down. Nobody just yet. Oh, Lansu falls. MP does as well. 3 for 1, massive win for Onic.
I thought the fight was going to end way sooner,
Yeah,
but they just
obviously.
dragged it out and dragged it out.
Yeah, that was Twisted Minds forcing the issue. Onic, actually, I thought Saverooo was going to go BMI back in, but he decided not to. Oh, Kaloy.
Buset, Kaloy.
Prince, but the Lord still stands. Onic can plan around this missing member. They're okay here, especially since Saverooo is still in the perimeter.
I like this matchup. Oh, Ryota goes in. No petrify though.
All right, backing off from the rest of Twisted Minds. And that's a full-on penetration. Twisted Minds have lost their mid lane inhibitor.
Great zone by Ryota. Great read by Onic Philippines, knowing that they can't push that turret now. Twisted Minds still very close for them to get that turnaround that they're looking for. They're waiting for the third item on the Farsa. The fact that there was a significant lead for the Eve and even the Gata Kacha as well, that's one of the main things hurting them right now. Again, ironic considering what happened in the early game. Slight lead here for Al, but because Sean and Kaloy, especially Sean, just cannot get that big damage out to really burst on Onic first, Al cannot clean up.
Sean has seen better days in this series.
Yeah, it's
so behind.
He's like, man, that Valentina game last game.
Sion.
He's almost to his Holy Crystal, so he's almost got that. I mean, you are seeing that one feathered airstrike landing on Saverooo, for example, keeps him in his tracks.
If anything, Saverooo is the only one who really feels
The feathered airstrike.
the feathered airstrike. Everyone else, until he gets, what, a DG? A Divine Glaive, that's when it's going to hurt. But for now, he's really just a deterrent. He's really just there to make sure Saverooo stays within a range that's healthy for Twisted Minds.
There
Okay, there's the Holy Crystal.
At least for now.
Be different.
Still needs the Divine Glaive.
Doesn't even have any magic damage defense on him. No RGM
Like
or anything.
No, he can't. Not even a tough boots.
Is it gonna be too crazy to ask him to consider building a Winter Crown instead?
I think he can juggle. He's going to rely on, good old young man mechanics.
Yeah.
After the Wind of Nature.
Winter Crown.
Super Prince also just got the
Rose
Divine
Gold,
Glaive.
Buset.
But I think realistically, you'd want to go the Winter Crown first because your Wind of Nature is going to be the item that you use so that you can get away.
Also, you can Blazing Duet, Winter Crown.
Hold
Pop
that,
off the damage.
and then as you're selling, you wait for it, sell, Wind of Nature, window, out.
And then if it's really tight, sell it, Immortality.
Yeah, Immortality as well.
But so far, I would say
And then Rose Gold, that's the final.
he's been able to actually dodge a lot of that. So, but it all comes down to these Lord fights. It's more or less going to be the same thing that we saw in the previous one, but see how Twisted Minds changes. Is Brusco was the one that started things off with that Avatar of the Guardian, that ultimate jumping into the right targets. But look, they're blitzing this Lord down to half health.
Twisted Minds look like they have 2 left feet because they're trapped in that white brush once again. Brusco with the revitalized Black Dragon form from Kaloy.
Oh, King Kong, King Kong.
Rather, compromising Kaloy's engage. Not a single chance to contest. On to get another Lord.
Yeah.
They're third in this game.
Similar to the previous game of Twisted Minds wherein it was like, oh, glue's good, glue stand in front of you, we're fine. Now it's just dragon up, there's nothing MP the King can do.
Yeah, and that's, again, why when the Yuzhong was popping back into the meta, you remember just how much of a threat Black Dragon form is, whether you actually follow through with it or not. Even the Petrify. So now with the Lord in tow, they're going to go to the mid and take down this bottom base turret. Can they end it?
AOG from Brusco.
Balornya setebel sih guys.
Relatively with impunity. He's at a quarter of his health, and there's nothing
Saverooo.
the Lord find that
Saverooo.
But the waves will not
Saverooo.
survive. RWM from Super Prince almost takes down Lansu, but he's okay. Twisted Mind's happy to keep this tier 3 up top.
Yeah. Not sure if he uses Wind of Nature, but he did get the Rose Gold meter before the fight, sold his boots.
Pancing
so he
dulu
now
ya, Bang.
has a Rose Gold, so that's enough. I don't need to ask for the Winter Crown anymore.
They want to go for this last turret.
Endable.
Kaloy.
Coming through, Lansu jumps up.
Petri, Ryota.
And in comes Ryota once more.
Oh, nice banget Saverooo.
Taking down MP. And they're not done.
There's only 3 left.
3 lawan 5 udah pasti end sih guys. 3 lawan 4. 3 lawan 2.
And with that,
Wah, GG guys. Ente.
coming up next, the series victory.
Mahal.
Onic wins 2-1.
Gila, debut Saverooo guys ya. Debut Saverooo bro. Kamu, alah iya.
Prince and Brusco.
GG guys.